Mr. Poilievre, when we were comparing both the debates, French debate and English debate, most of the analysts and experts were in favor of you that the Pierre Poilievre did very well in both the debates. How do you rate yourself and other leaders? Mr. Carney mentioned that when you were raising a question regarding carbon tax and Justin Trudeau, and he replied that the Justin is gone and the carbon tax is gone. And would you be interested to elaborate that same question and your points?
Well, I was the only one who offers any change. I mean, Mark Carney wants to continue with the same policy of Justin Trudeau. He was Trudeau's economic advisor. Just Saturday, Carney put out a platform that was written for Justin Trudeau. It was already written by the Liberal Party before he became leader. They put Control F. They took his name out, took Trudeau's name out, put his name in. Mm-hmm. His platform is $130 billion.
So people would be interested to know what would be your plan. So in terms of the carbon tax cuts, would that be permanent basis from Conservative Party, or that will be temporary?
Yeah, inflation has been the worst in 40 years. We have 2 million people lined up at food banks, and Mr. Carney wants to repeat all of the same policies that made this problem, that the Liberals used to create these problems in the first place. We can't afford a fourth Liberal term. We need change.
And also there was a question on you during the debate when Mr. Carney was raising that Mr. Carney and Mr. Jagmeet Singh was saying that you just built 6 homes in your last tenure when you were in the government. So do you want to explain that point? Mr. Poilievre, do you see any kind of polarization during this election? Mr. Poilievre, welcome to Harjinder Gill Show.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here to talk about my platform for change.
So, Mr. Poilievre, I know this is a very crucial and exciting time for all the Canadians. So how excited are you at this moment?
Very. This election is about one word: change. Change so you can afford food and housing. Change so that you are safe in your street. Change to bring home the Canadian promise that anyone from anywhere who works hard gets a great life. And I'm very excited to lead that change.
And let's start talking about the platform. Before we start the points, to discuss the points, people were asking about why Conservative Party is behind to release their platforms because Liberal Party and other parties has already released their platforms earlier. So what was the main reason why Conservative was behind?
We wanted it to be as close to the decision as possible, because people are going to have a chance to vote for change on Monday. And the change we offer is, one, we're going to cut income tax by 15% so that your hard work pays off for a change. 2, we're going to axe the federal sales tax on new homes and pay the municipalities to lower their building taxes to save $100,000 on a new home for a change. 3, we're going to cut bureaucracy, consultants, foreign aid, and other wasted money to reduce the Liberal deficit by 70%. 4, we are also going to lock up the criminals with mandatory jail time. 3 strikes, you're out. If you commit 3 violent offenses, you go to jail for as long as 25 years. No more catch and release Liberal laws. We need safety for a change. So this is a real plan for a change that will make you safe and your life affordable. Better days are ahead.
Mr. Poilievre, when we were comparing both the debates, French debate and English debate, most of the analysts and experts were in favor of you that the Pierre Poilievre did very well in both the debates. How do you rate yourself and other leaders?
Well, I was the only one who offers any change. I mean, Mark Carney wants to continue with the same policy of Justin Trudeau. He was Trudeau's economic advisor. Just Saturday, Carney put out a platform that was written for Justin Trudeau. It was already written by the Liberal Party before he became leader. They put Control F. They took his name out, took Trudeau's name out, put his name in. Mm-hmm. His platform is $130 billion of additional spending, which is going to mean more debt, more inflation, more tax increases. He supports catch and release soft-on-crime laws that will endanger our communities. And he has the same housing policies that doubled the cost over the last Liberal decade. We can't afford a fourth Liberal term. We need a change. And that is what Conservatives presented with our change platform today.
And also in the debate, Mr. Carney mentioned that when you were raising a question regarding carbon tax and Justin Trudeau, and he replied that the Justin is gone and the carbon tax is gone. And would you be interested to elaborate that same question and your points?
Well, he will bring back the carbon tax if he's reelected. Mr. Carney has been a vocal supporter of higher carbon taxes his entire life. And if he gets reelection, he'll put the carbon tax back on at the pump. As for Justin Trudeau, it's Trudeau's platform that he's running on. The same platform, same Liberal MPs, same Liberal ministers, same Liberal staffers, same Liberal agenda. And it will be the same Liberal results of rising cost of living and crime. We can't afford a fourth Liberal term. We need a change. And only Conservatives can bring that change.
So people would be interested to know what would be your plan. So in terms of the carbon tax cuts, would that be permanent basis from Conservative Party, or that will be temporary?
Yeah, well, permanent. I've already said a long time ago. In fact, I'm the only leader that's against the carbon tax. I've been fighting the carbon tax for my entire adult life.
And what would be the resource?
I voted against it.
Right. Sorry to cut you off. So then, what would be the backup plan to offset that same revenue that we were getting from carbon tax?
We have to cut the bureaucracy. I'm going to reduce the size of the bureaucracy through attrition. So for every 3 public servants that retire, I will only hire back 2.
Right.
I will cut back on the consulting budget of the government by $10 billion annually. I will cut back on foreign aid by $3 billion a year. I will bring in a hard cap on government spending, meaning we find $1 of savings every time we bring in a new $1 of spending. Mm-hmm. We need to cut back on the overspending so that we can lower the taxes on the Canadian people.
So, Mr. Poilievre, what's your take on the high turnout in the advanced polling? So, almost 7.3 million people already voted in this advanced polling. So, what's your take on that? Will that be for the change for Pierre Poilievre, or that's the change for Trudeau to Mark Carney? What kind of change that would be?
Well, there is no change. There is no change in Mark Trudeau and Carney. Their policy agenda is exactly the same. As I said, Mark Carney, literally, it was reported by the media that the Mark Carney is using the election platform that was written for Justin Trudeau. Mm-hmm. He's adding even more expenses, spending $130 billion more than Trudeau had planned. That is not change. That is more of the same. No, Canadians are going out in record numbers to vote for real change. Okay. And that change is a Conservative government that will cut waste, axe taxes, build homes, lock up criminals, and bring home the country we knew and love.
So when you say real change, so that means the real change is not only for the change within the leaders, it's a change in the policies and change in the parties.
That's right. You can just changing the face on the front of it all, but keeping the same policies, the same party, the same agenda is not change. It's more of the same. And everything is worse. Look, 10 years ago, the average house cost in Canada was $450,000. The average rent for a one-bedroom was $950 a month. That's how good life was. We had jobs and our streets were safe. But during the lost Liberal decade, our entire generation of young people cannot afford a place to live. Our seniors are afraid to go outside because of the catch and release Liberal laws. Inflation has been the worst in 40 years. We have 2 million people lined up at food banks. And Mr. Carney wants to repeat all of the same policies that made this problem, that the Liberals used to create these problems in the first place. We can't afford a fourth Liberal term. We need change.
Mr. Poilievre, do you see any kind of polarization during this election?
Well, I think that the polarization is between, liberals who want to keep going and doing exactly the same things they've done for 10 years, driving up your taxes, punishing your work, doubling housing costs, releasing criminals onto our streets, ruining the immigration system. Or on the other side, there's the people who want to have change by electing a new conservative government. So I think that a growing consensus is that we need a change. And my plan to do that will be to make this country safe and affordable again, and to make this a land of opportunity so that your hard work gets you a great life in a beautiful home on a safe street under our proud flag.
And can we have just a few more points regarding when you were announcing for the affordable housing, and especially for the new homes, because there are some sales tax cuts on the new homes, and also at the same time you were raising points to cut the development charges too. So can we have more details on that?
Yes. So in Vancouver today, 60% of the cost of a new home is just taxes and bureaucracy. We need to cut the taxes and bureaucracy. So a conservative government will get rid of the GST on new homes to save you up to $65,000. We will also pay municipalities who cut development charges so that they can save you even more money. The goal is to reduce home building taxes by $100,000 per home. We will also require municipalities permit 15% more home building per year. We'll sell off 6,000 federal buildings and thousands of acres of federal land. All of this together will build an extra 2.3 million homes over the next 5 years and restore the dream of home ownership for a change.
Right. And also there was a question on you during the debate when Mr. Carney was raising that Mr. Carney and Mr. Jagmeet Singh was saying that you just built 6 homes in your last tenure when you were in the government. So do you want to explain that point?
Well, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, even the Toronto Star said that it was a made-up number. Anybody can go to the Statistics Canada website and find out how many homes were built in 2015. When I was the minister, the answer is 200,000. Right. And at the time, the average cost for a home was $450,000. So the reality is we have today housing costs have more than doubled. In Vancouver, a house costs well over $1 million. Right. And it's the most expensive housing market in the world. That is the record of the last 10 years of Liberal NDP government. So if you want more of that, well, you can vote for a 4th Liberal term. But if you want to change, then only the Conservative Party will do it.
Mr. Poilievre, thank you so much for your time, and all the very best wishes to you and and all your candidates, and especially to all the Canadians, actually, I would say, because the interest in this election people are showing, that's very tremendous and amazing. So congratulations to everyone. At last, would you be interested to add something else?
Yes. Well, I also want to say that we're going to be bringing in a Blue Seal, Blue Seal standards, so that immigrant professionals can take a test, prove their qualifications, and get working in high-paid professions. We will also fight for a direct flight to Amritsar to reduce travel times. But we need a change in order to achieve these wonderful things. So, my goal is really to bring home the Canadian promise so that hard work gets you a beautiful life on a safe street under our proud flag.
Thank you so much, Mr. Poilievre. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Bye now.
Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.